Hey guys, instead of showing you stomp boxes or amps or guitars or any of that fun stuff that I normally do, today I'm going to talk about something a little bit smaller and a little cheaper, which is guitar picks. Guitar picks are awesome. You know, we all use them. Well, not all of us, but most of us use them. But they can make a big difference in your tone and the way you play. And again, they're cheap, so it's fun to get a bunch of different guitar picks because they don't cost very much. So I've got 4 different picks here. These are all picks that I've used in the past or I am currently using, and they're all sort of small, traditional style, like kind of in the neighborhood of a Jazz 3. The first one we have is the Dunlop Gator pick. This is a 1.5 millimeter. Cool things about this one, it's got, before I dropped it, it has a chalky sort of texture on it, which makes it a little easier to hold on to when you're not butterfingers like me, which is really cool. And it also has a good sort of thick mass to it, which adds to the sound. Then next we have the Jazz 3 carbon fiber version. This has the little grippy bits on it, you can see there. This is really good for holding on to live. The downside is it is a little thinner and the material's different, so I think it has kind of a brighter sound, almost like a thwap to it. Then we have the Ultex Jazz III, which is it's a little bit, it's not quite as easy to hold on to because it's a little slicker, but the tone, I think, of the Ultex picks is really huge, and it's really durable. And then finally, the pick that I've switched over to and I'm currently using all the time is the Petrucci Jazz III here, as you can see. This one has sort of the best of all of those things. It's got the grippy stuff here. It's polished on the end and beveled, so it goes really fast when you're picking the strings. And yeah, I mean, it's good and durable and thick, and it's made of Ultex, so it's got that thick sort of woody tone to it, or Ultexy tone. So I'm going to go through and show you all these picks, and I'll try to play sort of the same riffs and ideas back to back so you can hear what they all sound like. So, and then I'll just keep going back and we'll go through some different sounds on the boogie, some clean sounds and some dirty sounds and some screamy whittly lead sounds. And today we are using the PRS CE22, which is completely stock. Dragon 2 pickups, some color blue finish, I don't know, whale blue or something, someone's gonna ask. But yeah, totally stock otherwise. Okay, so let's get to it and check out the picks. All right, starting with the Gator here on a clean setting on the Mark IV. Sounds like this. Carbon fiber Jazz III. Ultex Jazz III. And the Petrucci signature Jazz III. Alright, here's a classic rock rhythm type sound on the R2 channel of the Mark IV. I'm using my hardwire overdrive in front of it to give it a little bit more clarity. And again, we'll start with the Gator pick. Play some riffs. Sounds like this. Switching directly to the carbon fiber Jazz III, same riff. Ultex Jazz III. And the John Petrucci signature Jazz III. Alright, we're on the lead channel of the Mark IV now with the heavy rhythm sound, starting with the Gator pick, and I'm going to try to play some Dream Theater riffs and not suck too bad. So here we go. Alright, move over to the carbon fiber version. Ultex Jazz III. Again, trying not to suck here. And finally, the John Petrucci pick, which maybe will make me play better. Alright, and finally we're going to play on the lead channel of the Mark IV with a little more reverb and overdrive, and try to get kind of a lead thing going on. This makes me feel really uncomfortable because I don't like playing lead guitar without delay, because I just like the way that sounds. But I think this will help you be able to hear the pick better. So we'll start with the Gator and try to do a little picking stuff. The carbon fiber Jazz III here. Ultex Jazz III. And the Petrucci Jazz III. That was horrible. I'm going to do it again. It's a little better. Let's do all those again, this time on the bridge pickup in a different key, starting with Gator. Carbon fiber. Ultex Jazz III. Petrucci Jazz III. Alright, so that's the end of my wrap on picks today. Anyway, hopefully you can hear some of the differences in the picks. I'll tell you what I heard, and you can feel free to leave me comments in the section below and let me know what you think and which one's your favorite. As far as the Gator goes, it has a nice sort of low end thing to it, I think. Kind of especially if you're doing this sort of like heavy riff, low tune stuff. I really like this pick, and of course it's really easy to hold on to, so that's nice. The carbon fiber, brighter. It's got a little bit more sort of like zing in the attack. So if you're one of those guys that has really dark hands, which I'm not gifted with, so my hands are sort of bright sounding, I think. But this really will help clear up the attack, and it, like I said, it's kind of a almost like a cello thing when you pick. With the Ultex 3 here, this is a really thick sounding pick, like in the mid-range woody. I can definitely hear more sort of girth of the high strings, I think, with this pick for whatever reason. This one is a little harder to hold on to, I think. It's a kind of slick, so I think at some point I may have been like taking sandpaper and scratching these or something to, to be able to hold them. So that's the downside of this one, I think. And finally, the Petrucci pick. This is what I'm using right now. This has been my favorite thus far because it has that kind of grippy stuff on it, as you can see, like the carbon fiber has, but it also has the nice polished bevel tip, so it picks really easy. And it's a little sharper, so you can really play quickly, and some of those riffs I think stick out a little better. And also it's made of Ultex, so it has that same kind of fat, woody mid-range thing. So these are all great picks. They're all relatively easy to find. The Petrucci picks are a little harder to find, I think. Right now I actually had to buy a bag off eBay, but the rest of them you can get from Musician's Friend or Guitar Center or wherever else. Yeah, so that's been my thing about picks today. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything I can do to explain further. And of course, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and be sure to check out my band Intertwined. We're pretty awesome. Yeah, check it out. Catch you later.